Hey guys, welcome back to another video and another Topic Tuesday here. If you don't know, Topic Tuesday is an Instagram that posts a nail polish related topic every week that you can answer either here or over on Instagram. I'm going to link them as well as my own Instagram down below in case you want to go give that a follow. And today's topic is going to be a polish you bought for the hype that left you underwhelmed. Now, when you're in a hobby, at least for me, personally, I feel like it's really hard to not buy into the hype sometimes that is going on with some of the top hobbyists in that hobby. And, nail polish is no different for me. When you see all of your favorite nail polish swatchers hyping up the same polish, or you see a lot of it on Instagram or whatever, it's hard not to go like, yeah, I do need that. Even if it's a color that you might have never bought or a brand you've never heard of, sometimes you just want to feel like in the loop. You want to feel like a part of the club. So I've bought a few polishes that really were super hyped, and I got them and I was just kind of like, meh, they fell flat. It's not that I don't like them, because actually two of the colors that I have here, I absolutely love them, but it's for a different reason that they don't live up to the hype. And then I'm going to do 4 that I bought for the hype that didn't live up to it. And then I thought we would end on a positive note, and I would do 4 that I bought for the hype that did live up to it and that I do love and I was really excited about. So the first polish I have that I bought that I just felt like kind of did not live up to all that hype is OPI's Lincoln Park After Dark. Now this is like the staple OPI shade. Every single time I see somebody's like my top 10 OPIs, I feel like this is in their collection. And it's not that this is a bad color. It's a great vampy, I guess it's like a purple. But honestly, it's just one of those polishes that it's the almost black polish, You put it on your nails and most people just think that your nails are black. So I'm just kind of like, why didn't I just paint my nails black in the first place? It's a good color, but I just feel like for what it is, people really hype this one up. And I feel like colors like this, you can find tons of them. And so I don't know what really sets this one apart, particularly because I don't know if OPI's formula is really even the best. At least for me, OPI chips on me pretty quickly. So even though I like some of their colors, I just find that the longevity of OPI on my nails is just not that great. So maybe that's why I found issue with this one. And next is another one that is on like everybody's, top color lists for the brand, and that's Essie's Mint Candy Apple. You can see my fill line is not like non-existent. I've tried and tried and tried to get this to work, but it's just that I think honestly the problem is the brush itself. You can see oh man, my bottle looks gross, but it's that long skinny brush, and now they have the wider brushes. So I'm thinking that it might apply a lot better with that than it does with this, because the color is phenomenal. I love the color. Everybody's spot on about that. But the formula is so bad. It's like really uneven, really thick in some areas, streaky in others. And because of that skinny brush, it's just really hard to get it on there evenly. So it's just a perfect recipe for the lumpiest, most uneven manicure you have ever had. Now, I did actually buy this as a gift for someone that I'm going to give, not this one, I have like a new bottle. And I didn't think about it when I bought it, because I'm like, oh, I love this color. And then I remembered, I'm like, that is the worst formula to give to someone who is not well versed in nail polish. So I'm hoping that the wide flat brush that they're using now will save the formula and I didn't just give like a bust gift, but we'll see on that one. Okay, here's another one that, same as before, I love the color. This is China Glaze Flip Flop Fantasy. Again, fill line right here. So I've worn this one quite a bit, especially for like considering the size of my collection. I love this color. I'm sure it's not even picking up on the camera right, because that's just how like punchy neon it is. but it's just the same problem, very streaky. And because this one is like a more matte finish, when it dries down super fast, so you can't even go back and rework it if it got a little bit streaky or lumpy or anything like that. So it's just another really tough to work with one. You kind of got to get it perfect on the first stroke or it's gonna look bad. So while I definitely agree, like the color is worth the hype, the polish itself is not. And I think that there are quite a few other colors out there that are similar enough that you can skip this one. I really wish they would just reformulate it because this is such a staple color, but the formula is just so bad. All right, and then the last one that was way overhyped, at least when I used to watch YouTube, was Essie's Bikini So Teeny. Now, there is literally nothing wrong with this. The formula is fine. It's just that I don't understand the hype behind this color because I have this color like 1,000 times over, and it's got this like cute little like blue flash running through the bottle that does not translate at all to my nail. And so I don't get the hype behind this, especially when it's just a periwinkle. Like there's plenty of periwinkles out there, but at the same time, I wonder if maybe I'm just not the target demographic for something like this. You know, most people don't have 14 of the same blue in their collection. Most people are like, I'm gonna buy one, like a normal person. So it could just be that I'm missing the mark on this one just because I am a collector and I have so many of these that I am not the target for this blue. Because like I said, it's a beautiful blue. The formula's as fine as Essie can get. And so maybe this one is just a me issue. Okay, now we have 4 that I bought for the hype and I ended up loving just as much or more than they were hyped up to be. So the first one is Color Club Hot 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 Pants. This is one that Jody's Polish talked about like nonstop for, I swear, like a year and a half. And finally I was like, all right, I'll buy it. And I bought it. And I love it. And it kind of reminds me of, like, it's a much more bleached pink than the Flip Flop Fantasy, but I feel like it does the job. And it is a really fun color. So, plus the formula, it's fine. It's not like Flip Flop Fantasy. And my brush came off. And they have that kind of domed paddle brush, which I really like for my nail shape. So I think that this is a good one to have. I don't know why I was so averse to it. I think I thought it was gonna be like Flip Flop Fantasy. So I kept putting off buying it and I was like, all right, Jody, no, I'm not gonna buy this. And then finally, I think I just needed a little bit more in my cart for free shipping. And I was like, well, fine, I'll buy it. And now I love it. So the next one is one I actually missed out on because I wasn't into polish at that time. And this is China Glaze Zombie Zest. And I found out about this because Miss Holly Berries, she would talk about this one all the time. And I think she had like 4 backups of this or something. And she kind of like made me low-key pine after this because she talked about it so much. But it wasn't really until I did manage to get my hands on it that I was just like, oh my gosh, this is even better than I expected. Because I think honestly at first I just wanted it because she talked about it so much and I was like, she's right, I do need that. But I wasn't really into these types of greens at that time, so I don't know why I really wanted it aside from the hype itself. And then I got it and I am obsessed with it. Like, it came into my collection at just the right time because it was right when I started finding myself drawn to these types of greens. And so I'm glad that I didn't get it until much later because I feel like I would have gotten it, would have been like, whatever, and I wouldn't have appreciated it as much as I do now. Next is Teenage Dream. This is by OPI. Now, this is a Katy Perry collection. This is another one that came out before I was really into nail polish. But I did hear a ton of nail YouTubers talking about this, and it has so much hollow glitter in it. It's super pretty. This is not something I would have ever really purchased had I not seen hype behind it. It came with that girls collection that I bought, And I was really excited because I was like, oh, this is one that, everybody used to talk about. I can't wait to try this out. And honestly, it was even better than I expected. I feel like a lot of times when you get anything kind of hollow from the mainstream, it's really underwhelming. But this one, like from my swatch and just from the bottle, I don't know if you can see, it is jam packed and it is so reflective. And so this is one that I'm like, yeah, OPI, you guys did it right. So the last polish that I have that really, really went above and beyond the hype for me is Zoya's Merida. This is one that I heard cork manicures talk about quite a bit, but I also think that this is just one of like the top sellers at Zoya. And this is like a kind of a emeraldy foresty green with lots of holo in there, holo glitter. And I think what finally pushed me over the edge was she did she and a few other, I think, YouTubers and Instagram nail girls, they have something called the community swatch, and it's like you pick one polish, and then everybody who wants to participate can submit a photo of their swatch of them wearing it. And the idea is to get a huge range of like skin tones and probably like nail shapes and all that, so that you can just see, you could maybe find what that polish would look like if you wore it, and just getting more of a diverse range of swatchers in the spotlight, which I think is really cool. But yeah, so I was probably placing a Zoya order at one point, and finally I was just like, well, Cork Manicures likes it, so I'll probably like it too. And I threw that in my cart, and she was not wrong. This is such a beautiful polish. I think that it looks good on everybody. I think that because I'm obsessed with green, I'm just going to say that. But I think that I didn't realize just how much holo was in this from the pictures on the website. I feel like sometimes mainstream brands really shoot themselves in the foot with that, where they'll have some of the most beautiful polishes, and the photos they post online are garbage. Like, they are not reflective of what is truly in the bottle. And so nobody's going to know that they're good, and they're not going to buy them. So somebody should hire me for PR, okay? But yeah, this is such a wonderful polish. If you don't have this, I do recommend it. It is a really pretty Zoya. So those are my picks for that prompt. Let me know down below, is there a polish you bought for the hype that you were like, this is completely wrong, this is so not worth it? Or maybe vice versa. Just let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys think, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.